but give us an understanding of the latest that we know. A lot of speculations, a lot of stories are coming out of Oyo State. But then, from the horse's mouth, as the case is, give us an understanding of the latest now.
Thank you so much, Sheon. Let me first and foremost thank all our well-wishers on behalf of the government and the people of Oyo State for the past 23 hours plus. We've been receiving messages from all over the world. Some very helpful and encouraging messages. Also, particularly from the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I spoke to him on phone about 3 hours ago, and he expressed his heartfelt condolences to the people of the state, especially those that have lost their loved ones. And he has also taken practical steps, to support us. He's directed NEMA to be on ground, and they have since been on ground with us. And I will be briefing him in person, perhaps maybe tomorrow or next tomorrow, and all other well-wishers around the world. Our situation is that we've lost now about 3 lives. One individual was confirmed dead today. Also, we've recovered the corpse. But also, we, on the good side of things, we were able to recover an individual alive earlier today from under the rubble. So it's been a feeling of devastation. And also, we've had to deal with a lot of misinformation, a lot of people spreading fake news. What I'll say is the government is completely on top of the situation. Out of the 77 that were involved yesterday night, about almost 60 have been treated and released. Majority of them who have been rendered homeless, we've provided temporary accommodation for them. And when I visited the site, the Ground Zero, this afternoon, I've asked that anybody living within 250-meter radius of Ground Zero should actually leave, because we don't know much about the structural integrity of those buildings. And as a matter of fact, while I was around, there was another building that collapsed. So from the government side, we're doing everything humanly possible, to support the victims. We've asked the hospitals, to take in patients. All the fake news, disinformation that some people are spreading. The truth is that we have identified the company involved with storage of explosive devices in that particular building. We have an individual of interest that we, the security agencies, should be inviting for questioning. And I repeat my position that anyone that we have that has contributed to putting us, that has contributed to putting this tragedy upon us, we will definitely bring them to book. It is not anything that has to do with banditry or insurgency. It is simply illegal miners who decided to go to an area that is meant, for people to live in, and was using that place for storage of explosives.
So, because some of the eyewitness accounts are very horrifying. We understand that, yes, from what you say, some of the eyewitnesses say that the explosive devices were being stored there, and when the fire started, some of the occupants ran out of the building with their own children, and the occupants of that building, without warning other people. And there are all those who also say that these people are foreigners. They say they're Senegalese, Namibian. Is that true?
I think, people should learn to trust their government. I'm in this position because the people of Oyo State have asked me to serve them and also to look after their well-being. So, yes, we're trying to uncover the identity of the people. The company involved, we've done a few fact finding, and yes, there are indeed some foreign names within the CSC document of the company involved, but these are still very early days. We don't have any reason to cover up anything. And to be honest, within that environment, you have professors. This afternoon, I've spoken to Professor Onadeko and his wife. We've asked the people within the neighborhood, what has been happening. And indeed, it's a failure, of the neighborhood association, because we always admonish our people, if you see something that doesn't look right, then bring it to the attention of the authorities, and then we'll do something about it. So people within that neighborhood, they are aware of some of these things going on, but it was never brought to the attention of the authority. And one of the things I will be seeking from the president is an approval for us in Oyo State to ensure that any mining activities, anybody that has to deal with explosives, they take it to a storage with the military. And if they need to use it, they go there, collect it, and they are escorted to where they will use it. So in the days ahead, once I have the nod of Mr. President, I should be signing an executive order that will make it mandatory for anybody dealing with explosives in Oyo State to have it stored with the military. And also, mining is an issue that is of importance regarding the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Mining is on the exclusive list, but its impact, the issue of environmental degradation, the issue of control of the activities, it's something that is real on ground. And then in the days ahead, I expect that we should be having discussions and landing on what should be the way forward.
So let's get a clarity, Governor. What sort of mining are these people involved with in Oyo State?
Well, Oyo State is, we have people mining lithium here, some illegally. We have gemstone here. Oyo State is actually the gemstone capital if you want to say, of the country. If you want to buy gemstone anywhere in Nigeria, the price is fixed in Oyo State. You have also all sort of quarrying, going on here. Some of them, they use explosives, and it's pretty legal, to do that. But there's a process. You have to get approval, and we must know, the authority must know where these explosives are being stored. You cannot just go to a residential area, and start storing explosives in that area and neighborhood.
Makinde, what are the explosive ordnance disposal experts telling you? Is it in the I mean, thankfully you are an engineer, so you probably might be able to have a strong perspective into this matter. Is it in the magnitude of the explosives, or is in the quantity of the explosive? For those who are in Ibadan on the day, several kilometers away, you could hear the tremor of the explosion shook the city. And there are those who will say that it looks like a war kind of situation, where explosion of that magnitude would have been some kind of ordinance that can destroy an area from a long distance. What are the explosive ordnance disposal expert telling you? Is it in the quantity, or in the gravity, or the weight, or the weight of that these explosives?
So it's still early days. They are still gathering a lot of materials on ground out there, and they're piecing that together. We have the team from Abeokuta who just joined them this evening. It is the military explosive experts. They're still putting this thing together. It's just 23 plus hours now since the incident. But I can tell you, it's more of the quantity of what these people put together. And we don't want to speculate. In engineering, if you come out to say, look, this is an inch, it should be an inch. It shouldn't be an inch plus or whatever. So in the hours ahead, we will be briefing the people about the exact situation. But what I want to say at this stage is rescue. We've mobilized all the equipment that can, heart-moving equipment that can, take out the rubble and see if anyone is still out there. But the folks heading the emergency response units will be giving information to the people. And I need to make it very clear, we do not have anything whatsoever to hide regarding this. And we will be open completely. And the impact of this is not just being felt within the shores of Nigeria alone. I've had people from all over the world, and I understand that this was even on CNN yesterday. So we will ensure that no information is hidden, from the people.
Governor, you've talked about 170 something people that were involved directly. You said how many persons dead now? You said about 60 people have been released from the discharged from the hospital. But in terms of head count, say that again, sir.
Yes, we have 3 fatalities right now. 3. 2 yesterday, and then we discovered another one today. Okay. We have been able to also rescue 1 individual alive. And out of the 77 involved, about 60 have actually been treated and discharged, and they are really going about.
How many buildings are involved? Have you done a count of how many buildings are directly involved that have been brought down?
Well, that is a work in progress, but from my assessment of the streets, the environmental there, very close to ground zero, I think you probably have about 10 to 15 buildings, but within 250 meter radius, we'll definitely have more, maybe perhaps 35, 40 buildings. We've reached out to the resident association, and we are in the process of finding out who is where, and then whose building has had maybe roofs blown off, windows blown off, and which one do we have a complete collapse of those buildings here.